Imagine you're storing the marks of an entire class. Creating one variable for every student would quickly become messy. So how do programmers store hundreds or even thousands of values efficiently? That's exactly what arrays help us solve. Let's start with the definition. An array is a data structure that stores multiple values of the same data type inside a single variable. These values are stored one after another in contiguous memory locations, allowing us to access them efficiently using an index. Think of an array as a single container that holds many related values together instead of creating separate variables for each one. Let's understand this with a real-life example. Suppose you're carrying 5 different fruits. You could carry each fruit in your hands separately, but that's inconvenient. Instead, you place all the fruits into a single basket. An array works exactly the same way. Instead of creating separate variables for every value, we store all related values inside one array. This keeps our code organized, easier to manage, and much more scalable when working with large amounts of data. Arrays are powerful, but they also have an important limitation. They are homogeneous, which means every element inside an array must have the same data type. If an array stores integers, every element must be an integer. If it stores characters, every element must be a character. You cannot mix integers, strings, floating point numbers, or other data types inside the same array. This is one of the most important properties of arrays, and something you'll use throughout programming. Now let's write our first array. Int numbers 5. Let's understand each part. The keyword int tells C++ that this array will store integers. Numbers is simply the name of our array. The value inside square brackets, 5, tells the compiler that this array has space for exactly 5 elements. At this point, we've only created the array. We haven't stored any values yet. Now let's initialize the array. Int numbers 5 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The values inside curly braces are stored in the array in the same order they are written. 10 becomes the first element, 20 becomes the second, 30 becomes the third, and the process continues until all values are stored. This is called array initialization. Let's see what actually happens inside memory. The first value, 10, is stored at index 0. 20 is stored at index 1. 30 goes to index 2. 40 is stored at index 3. Finally, 50 is stored at index 4. Notice something interesting. Even though humans usually start counting from 1, arrays in C++ always start indexing from 0. That's why the first element is at index 0, not 1. This is a fundamental concept that you'll encounter in almost every programming language. Let's quickly revise what we learned today. An array stores multiple values inside a single variable. All elements must belong to the same data type. We initialize an array using curly braces. The values are stored sequentially in memory. And finally, array indexing always begins from 0. In the next lecture, we'll learn how to access individual elements using their index and perform different operations on arrays.